Thursday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for Empower Hour. I'm Carla Andrews. She opens a can of drink. I am the Managing Director and founder of Motivated Minds, based in Basildon, Essex, and we are a lifelong wellbeing provider. Um, and I'm here each week to open up the conversation around mental health and wellbeing. Tonight's session goes through some regular stages. So first of all, we have our Moan and Move On segment. Then we go into our wellness wins and goals for the week. And then we end the session with cards. Don't worry, it's not tarot cards. I will explain later in the hour. But feel free to be sending me in any questions, any messages. Yes, you do, Lauren. Good evening to my lovely gang who are joining me already, and you're on it. So I've got the lovely Lauren with me, loving the hair. Thank you very much. One dyed one's bathroom today. Hi Tasha, thank you very much for the hair comment. Yes, you do spot the lovely balloon. Look at that. And I will tell you more as the night goes on. And flowers. Look at my lovely flowers. I did try to move them closer, but I know what will happen. I'll have an accident throughout the hour. They will go everywhere. So, yes. If you're joining us for the first time, please be sure to put a hello in the comments, because I can't actually see you unless you're writing right hello. So like the lovely Claire, hello Claire. Oh god, I miss you. I really love Claire. I'm glad it's Valentine's night and I get to spend it with Claire. Well, all of you really, but yeah. How are the girls? Let me know. Who else have I got with me? Hi Catherine. Nice theme on the flowers and the hair. Yeah, I went for pink hair still though. I didn't go red with love. I've run out of pink now, and my normal supplier is closed. So next time I dye my hair, it might have to be red. I should have gone red thinking about it because of Valentine's Day. But yes. Right, okay. Well, as you're all joining in, I would like to know your moan and move ons. For anyone joining us for the first time that doesn't know what a moan and move on is, it's a safe space. Admitted it's sort of a bit global, like it's not exactly private. If you put it on the Motivate Minds page, you can text it through to me though. My number is 07846 209 846, and I will read it out, but it'll stay anonymous. So, but your moan and move on is basically that I want to kill someone, something. And actually, no, we're not going to go there with it. We're going to breathe. Know that we can't change it. We'll go gritted teeth for the count of 5, 10, maybe 15, maybe 100. But then the most important thing is we're dumping it. We're not going to let it affect us moving forward, because do you know what, nothing has that right to piss on our parade. Sorry for any children watching. I have been warned that that there are children watching, and I do try and use good language, but as I've seen on Facebook, it says the most intelligent people use profanities, and I am one of those. So I'll try not to. I try and keep it somewhat clean. The only trouble is our moan and move on actually gets dumped into our uck it bucket. Make the most of that first word that you can. I'm sure you can gather what it's meant to be, but it's our uck it bucket. And one day when I get back to normality, I think I'm actually going to have a real solid uck it bucket for you guys here on Empower Hour. I can hear something. and I don't know what it is. It sounds like a balloon going down, but it's not that balloon. And I'm just thinking, hold on, have I turned off the oven? Have I turned this off? Very strange. Anyway, let's not worry about it. Um, Hopefully it's outside of my house. Otherwise there could be an explosion, and in power hour could be, yes, all over the show. Anyway, come on, moan and move ons. There's got to be some. Share with me your moan and move ons. Let me check the phone. Let's see if anyone's put a moan and move on through Messenger or text me, because often you do, and sometimes I just miss it. So no, nothing on the hotline. No moan and move on. Have I got any? Let me think. Have I got any this week? Not really. Not really. Kids are alive. They've survived a week. Grandkids are awesome. Work's going to plan. No one's really stepped into my parade and peed on it. I think I'm all good. Maybe you're all good too. I certainly hope so. So let's talk love, as it's Valentine's. Now, I am very lucky. As you see, I have balloons and flowers behind me. From a man, from an admirer, no. From a very, very special young lady, though. She made me this. Happy Valentine's Day, Carla. Love you lots, Molly. Now, how awesome is that? Now, Molly come to one of our first ever youth clubs back in the day. She was 14 when she joined us. She's now 19, and we stay in touch. She always said that I was like a foster mum, like another mum to her, and I love that. I think it's really nice. I get on well with her parents. I remember some training I went on by a youth organisation, and they said whenever you work with kids these days, you mustn't hug them. You have to do this sort of sideway hug, tap on the shoulder thing, and not put yourself in a vulnerable position. And Molly was with me, and she'd just lost her nan. And at the end of youth club, she come and talk to me, and she opened up and she was crying her heart out. And I remember this training going through my head, like, you mustn't do this, you mustn't do that. And I thought, oh, sod it, like, do you know what I mean? I'm going to treat her like she's my own child. And I grabbed her and I hugged her, and she sobbed her little heart out. And when her parents picked her up, I was up front with them. I said to them, look, like, she broke down about her nan. I gave her a good old hug. I meant to have, I didn't follow my training, which was meant to be very sort of distanced, and I said I gave her a hug like I hoped that someone would hug my children. And that was, I mean, they were great, and they really appreciated it, and they always knew that I looked after all of the kids like they were my own. And Molly surprised me yesterday with flowers and a balloon, so it's really lovely, really lovely. So Valentine's Day. I don't think I've ever got anything from a partner. I've been single most of my adult life anyway. There's been some like dodgy relationships in there, but I don't think I've really ever got anything from a partner. I remember getting a Valentine's card when I was about 17, and to this day I don't know who sent it. And they sent it in the post, and they sent it to my nan's address. I was living there at the time, and yeah, that always baffled me. But I've never had like a secret Valentine apart from then, or if I've been in relationships, they've generally been prompted. But hey ho, that's my moan and move on. Is that I've never had as an adult a secret Valentine. Hey ho. Right, Lauren has a moan and move on. First weekend with no kids. Nothing I can do about it though. Oh, that's a toughie. That is a toughie. There is nothing you could do about it, but hopefully, and in line with where tonight is going with love, hopefully you spent the weekend looking after yourself. I remember my kids went to their dad's. They never actually went that often. I can remember certainly one time, and I didn't know what to do with myself. So I ended up playing. This is how long ago it was. A PlayStation 2, I think it was. Yeah, PlayStation 2, and playing the Lego Star Wars. And I got right into it all weekend. Completed it just as they turned up, and didn't save it, so lost all of my unlocked capabilities. And that was the last time that first time really, and last time they ever spent a weekend with their dad. But yeah. What did you do with yourself, Lauren? I really hope there was some self-care in there. Let me know. Anyone else with moan and move ons? I'm just going to have some of my drink. Okay. What about wellness wins then? What's been going good? What are you proud of? What are you thankful of? What might you have sort of grown your comfort zone? Something that you've never tried before. You weren't looking forward to doing it, but actually you coped, you survived. So what was a wellness win for you? Let me know. Let me know. Some care going in there for the lovely Lauren from the beautiful Tasha. Thank you, Tasha. We all support one another here, and that's what the great thing. Every week we have our regulars and we have some newbies, but we're here week in, week out, every Sunday, 8 o'clock. You're missing apparently Top Gear or whatever, some good telly probably, and you're spending it with me. And I'm spending it with you, and I love it. So, wellness wins. The Keane family always shared theirs. I wonder if it's the daughter that is typing it tonight. I know that she's been let loose with the keyboard. So, it's tapping away. Wellness wins. Let's think. What are mine? Went into work this week. Always great to see work. Both my own team. We're in a shopping centre, so I know the shopping centre like security, maintenance team. It's always great to catch up with them. Who else? What else is wellness win? Obviously, my surprise with Molly. We went for a nice walk, so that was great. And just been loved. I get a lot of love from so many fantastic people, from my own team, my own friends, from my kids, from my dad. Really, some very special people, and that makes me happy. For a long time, I really struggled with feeling very alone and very isolated and not loved, and I don't know if it's COVID, or like certainly my own dad has. I was ill over Christmas, and for him, he's been telling me he loves me since, and that's really nice to hear. I'll get more comfortable with it. It's really nice. And my own kids, they're full of love, bless them. They're fantastic boys. Don't tell them I said that, because to their faces I tell them they're a pain in my ass. My friends, I've always had that love. I'm very lucky. I still always felt like there's a hole, and that hole isn't there anymore. I'm very lucky. Catherine's wellness wins. Okay, so Catherine Keane. So this is the Keane family. So we have Catherine, lovely Valentine's dinner with a gorgeous woman. Hey. Card and chocolates from a lovely person. Oh, hey. Finally managed to write down the things stressing me at work. Oh, well done. Making me feel out of control. Yep. And discussed it with the boss. Brilliant. And 3.5, built a snowman. Yes, because we had all this, well, I say all this snow for Britain, for the southeast of England, which was 4 inches at best. So if you're watching from America and you think, oh, wow, they got loads of snow, nothing in comparison to what you guys get in some of your states. But we got about that much. So, thank you, Catherine, for yours. Christine, half term. Yes, next week. So a week off of work for all teachers, and that's fabulous. And they really need it. They've worked so hard, so much pressure. So I'm really glad that you get to the week off, spend it with your own children. Number 2, Valentine's picture from wife. Excellent, fantastic. And number 3, nice praise from experienced parent who is also a maths teacher. Fantastic stuff. Now, the son. Zoom with grandparents playing GeoGuessr. I don't know what GeoGuessr is. Please tell me. I need educating on this. Number 2, built a den for half term in dining room. I love it. Nothing beats a den, especially in the dining room because it keeps it nice and warm. And number 3, sleepover on sofa with mum for half term. I like that sleepover. Do you have a midnight feast? Because I think midnight feasts are the best bit of sleepovers. Daughter started sorting bedroom. Catherine says you should see the mess. Hey, if you're starting to sort the mess, then hey, that's a wellness win. I'm very organised. I like stuff very, very organised. So number 2, sledging, or like a bit of sledging. Again, it's that physical activity, isn't it? Funny enough, I grew up not too far from where you guys live. There is a place called Castledon Road, and at the top of it there is a church. And next time it snows, get your parents to take you there because the hills are like woof. Number 3, homemade chips for dinner. Oh yeah, I like chips for dinner, especially homemade. So, right, let me just have a drink. Well done, King family, and thank you for sharing. Lauren, I went for an almost 6-mile walk with a friend yesterday. That's nice. Trip to Sainsbury's for some bar stuff and makeup. Then a bit of pampering and watch Contagion. Oh, like a bit of pampering. Good on you. And today, very chilled morning. Trip to Asda just to get out. Don't blame you. Watched Monsters University and, of course, painting throughout. Wonderful. I'm glad you got some massive self-care in there, especially going shopping for a little bit of bar stuff and makeup and that pampering. So I'm really pleased. And Lauren, I know you love your painting. I've really got into my painting as well. I like painting with oils. Lauren does the colour by numbers, and she's done loads of the Star Wars ones. You've done an ET. They're really amazing. So if you're struggling at the moment and you need to sort of get into a zone of where you can forget all of what's going on, then painting is fabulous. Whether it's paint by numbers or I've just got oil paints because I like the way that they feel when you squish them across the canvas. And I like mixing the colours and just creating God knows what. But excuse me, but I've been making one for my bedroom wall. I don't know what way it's going to go round yet because I keep turning it thinking, yeah, this is going to be the way. And then I turn it again and I think, maybe this way. But really I need to wait for it to dry anyway because it'll take a good couple of days to dry. And maybe I'll show it to you next week. I'm not going to show it to you today because where I have been handling it, my whole house has got blue handprints everywhere and my bathroom is pink from my hair. So wherever I've been in my house this weekend, you can see there's evidence of me. be it blue or be it pink. Um, Catherine says, "Oh, it's me typing this week. I'm not trusting daughter with it after last week." So Catherine is back to typing the wellness wins for her family. I'm gonna give you some care. Big hug, Lauren. Over to you. And Tasha, it's half term. We survived homeschooling. So, yes, it's half term next week, and you've survived up to this point homeschooling. That is fantastic. Dyed the hair and took.
Please unlock your device for this.
Well, phone thinks I'm talking to it. I'm not. Right, okay, sorry. 2, dyed the hair and took some time to pamper myself. Oh, well done. Number 3, wonderful friends and family. Tasha, you have got some fantastic wellness wins there. And I will tell you, anyone watching and thinking, oh, I don't want to put mine up, I remember when we first started doing this, and some of you really struggled to find 1, 2, 3. Or some of you were really worried about putting anything down anyway, and it's really nice over sort of 18 months that we've been doing Empower Hour that more and more of you get involved. I absolutely love it. Lauren, wellness wins. A rose from each of the kids today. Very nice. And a good friend took my phone call when I was having a wobble the other day, and a great walk on Tuesday in really heavy falling snow. Just really enjoyed the moment. Lauren, fantastic. Love it, love it. Really love it. I'm going to send you some love there. And built snowman, only about 30 centimetres high, but all on my own work. Excellent, I like that. I do like that. Some fantastic wellness wins there. It really is great to connect with all of you each week and share this with you. And I really hope that you do take the time to sort of pat yourself on the back for what you achieve. I remember certain times in my life, and I know some of you have been in the same situation, where life just sometimes gets too big, and you feel out of control. And there would have been points in my life, even if Empower Hour had been around, I just wouldn't have had the strength to turn the computer on or to turn my phone on to look at it, or just because it would have felt like a million miles away from where I was at that time. And I want you to know, if you're there at the moment and if you're really struggling, it's shit, basically. There's no getting around it. It is shit. But one thing that life's taught me, and taught many of the people here watching and taking part, is that life doesn't go from 0 to 100 of just great. It goes up and down, and sometimes we have really shit times, and sometimes we have awesome times. And if we take learning, if we make sure that we learn as we go along our journey, and learn how to look after ourselves and learn to love ourselves, our journey does get easier. And it being Valentine's Day, typically I was always brought up that Valentine's Day is about your loved one. I changed that a couple of years ago. Valentine's Day is about loving yourself. So don't wait for other people to love you. You've got to love yourself. And I just think that we should be taught that from school, of how do we love ourselves. Last week I set you guys a bit of a task to see if you could write yourself a love letter. I wonder if any of you have. I really hope that some of you have. And if you haven't, it's still another opportunity to write yourself that love letter, or even if it's an affirmation and stuck on your window, where like your mirror, where you look into every morning, whether it's to brush your hair, brush your teeth, or just go but really, self-love is so important. I certainly for the people that I know that are watching this, I think you're all marvellous. You I think you're stronger than you know. I know you're stronger than you know. Um, and all of you inspire me. You really do. So please keep noting down your wellness wins and just pat yourself on the back. I have mentioned before, I've worked with someone with severe anxiety, and he's been on a marvellous journey over the last sort of 12 weeks where he's really now starting to live. He was very, very shielded before and stuck, and it's really nice to see when people do start to flourish and they start to realise that actually our brains can be our own worst enemy. But the best way to battle that is self-love and learning about your brains. So that is that's my thoughts on it. And if anyone's thinking, learning about your brains, how does that help? There's loads of stuff. What good foods to eat that can help your brain, from sleep, from the power of exercise, from positive thinking. And positive thinking isn't a case of, oh, I've got to think of everything's happy and I'll be happy. It doesn't work like that. But there are tools that you can use, and I love that certainly you guys are starting to use them and it's making a difference. Tasha says, Summer has lots of posts in her room full of positive words and phrases. She got the idea from the hub. I love walking in to find them. That's brilliant. I love that, Tasha. I think it's great as well when you find one that you haven't seen before or you've forgot it. So yeah, I'm really glad that she's got that, and I hope, tell her the trick is not to just have them on the wall, but to actually say them aloud. I know that one of my beautiful customers, we created a wall full of them. Well, I bought the first couple she bought a few couple, I bought a couple, and I always said that it's a wall that you should build up over time. Just, you'll be in a shop one day, might even be the Happy Hub, and you'll see a plaque and it'll just ring out to you. Or you might see, I don't know, I quite like the vinyl things. We've got quite a few of them at the hub. And yeah, just I like them stuck on the walls. So, but be sure to check out what we sell in the Happy Hub, because we have lots of that in the shop, and our shop is expanding as we speak. It's all going online as well. So even though the physical Happy Hub shop department is closed at the moment, you can buy it all online. Hence why we've been doing our happy boxes as well. So check them out. That's for Jerry, because I bet Jerry's watching, or he'll watch on replay later and go, don't forget to plug the retail bit. So there you go, Jerry, I've done my job. Okay, so have we got any more wellness wins from anyone? Can anyone share? I don't know, you might have done more steps than usual, or you might have detoxed, or you might have the kids all alive sort of a week later. So let me know any other wellness wins. And whilst I do that, I'm going to grab our cards off of my shelf. And don't forget, for February, if you tune in, comment, you could be in the win of our I Totally Got This book. Okay, so at the end of February, last week of February, what Sunday is it? Let me find out. Oh, the last day of February is the 28th. So I will be choosing one lucky person to get this I Totally Got This journal book. I'll put it back there safe, she says. So, cards. I've got our cards ready. Get them all out, sorted. And while I'm going to be turning these ones around because I think about this every week and never do it. And then it comes back to Sunday and I still like it. So whilst I tell you what's going on for the week ahead, and you can be writing any questions if you've got any questions, you want any support with anything, if there's anything psychologically that I can help you with, you can either message it through or you can put it in the comments there while I sort these out. Right, so what is Motivated Minds doing at the moment that you can get involved with? So we have 3 private Facebook groups. We have Healthier You, all around physical health and nutrition, and in that there is a personal training that goes on a Monday night in one of the rooms with the lovely Ross, and he does it on a Saturday morning. So you could get involved with our Healthier You group. Or we have our Team Motivated group where we just generally all support one another. It's for people that have come on our programs or get involved in our programs, and it's a safe space just to chat and connect to others and offer support. Our 3rd private group is our Be Well Tribe. Be Well Tribe is there for you if you want to learn about anything mental health wise. So we're building that up. It's our newest page, newest group, beg your pardon. So it is still building. And if there's anything in particular you want in there, just let us know and we'll focus on that. But we're basically writing what every diagnosis is, what the symptoms are, people's stories around it, and where to get further help. So yeah, basically that is the Be Well Tribe. In person, we have our Walk for Wellness still going. As a mental health provider, we recognise the importance of still physically connecting with people. So on Mondays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock in Basildon, Mondays is Gloucester Park, Thursdays is Northlands Park. We do the Walk for Wellness, but we do that in pairs, so you get there for 1 o'clock and then our walk leader will pair you up with our other walkers, and we walk in a group, but a sort of separated group, and enjoy the park and the physical activity. To get involved in them, the details are in the Motivated Minds page event section. But if not, just message and we'll get back to you with more details. If anyone would like to take part in our online sessions, we have Cup of Kindness, which is all about emotional regulation. So if you find yourself switching moods or don't know why you get into certain moods, Cup of Kindness is for you. If you're struggling at the moment with stuff, whether that's personal stuff that's bringing you down, whether that's COVID, and you just need to know how to get rid of that anxiety, that tension, that angst within you, that negative energy, self-regulation is for you. Emotional regulation, sorry, is for you. So that's Cup of Kindness. And to join that, all you need is to email Jo at motivated-minds.co.uk. She runs it in a small group. What is said in the group stays in the group, a bit like the Vegas rules. So people are super friendly in there. There's usually around 6 to 7 people in there, so it's not too massive. It is still very personal and suited to you. Of course, we have Empower Hour every Sunday night without fail. Sometimes it's a little bit shorter than the hour. It all depends. Sometimes I've felt like I'm on death's door, so you've only had 15 minutes. Other times I run out of things to say. So who knows? But we aim for the hour. I'm just trying to think. So have I missed anything? Don't think so. Up and coming though, that's what you need to know. Up and coming in March, we're going to be doing gardening. So there is a spot in Langdon, and we're going to be creating a community garden. So if anyone wants to come and get involved with that, we'll be buying the stuff in March, and we'll start it March. It'll be running through April, May, and hopefully onwards through the year. So yeah, that's our incredible edible and gardening gang project. Hopefully, if restrictions allow us, we'll also be having cycling club come back, restart. We hope to get the couch to 5k back, and we're just playing it all by ear really at the moment, but we still do have next week our holiday hunger program running for families. So if you know of anyone that's struggling in the Basildon Borough area, then please do let us know, because we can support them. They're getting basically food hampers. We've already made 20 up. They'll be getting delivered next week. Sports equipment, books and food for the families. So I'm really looking forward to going to work tomorrow and organising all of that, ready to go out Monday afternoon and Tuesday morning. So we've got lots. Right, I've got my cards sorted. So choose from Stress Less. So they're anxiety management techniques. Over to very similar cards against anxiety. And affirmators. We'll do affirmators after that. So there's 2 sets there. We've got the love ones, which I think is Valentine's Day we should do. And then lastly, we've got our empowering questions. So, okay, what do you want? Let me know. What should we start with? I think because it's Valentine's Day, I'm going to go for the love. Gotta give them a bit of a shuffle, mix them up. Ooh! Oh, I've just turned them around. Right, okay. Let's choose one. Cleansing. Feeling bogged down by the weight of 1,000 thoughts, feelings, boxes of mystery objects lurking in your closets. Consider a prescription to clean house. Mentally, physically, literally, figuratively, and anything else that applies adverbally. It's hard to make room for new connections and experiences when every bit of your emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So enjoy a major guilt-free flush out, and not to worry, you can always find new psychic bric-a-brac in the metaphorical clutter section of Craigslist. So I like that. Cleansing. So give yourself a cleanse this week. We talk about that all the time actually. Clear house, clear mind, or clear drawers, clear closets. Just keep cleaning. Okay, let's find a stress less technique for the week for anyone that's struggling with anxiety. Let me choose a card. I like this one. I like these cards. So what? Reminds me of Pink. So what? I'm still a rock star. Right, okay. So what? List each of your worries. Write down the what ifs for each worry. Count as many possible. Counter as many as possible with a so what, and work out the practical steps to alleviate the leftover worries. So there is your top tips for so what. If you're worrying this week, try that technique. Let me know how that goes for you. Happy Valentine's Day, Tom. Tom, do you remember Molly from Youth Club? See the lovely balloon behind me? Look at that. She dropped it off to me yesterday. Sorry, Tom's from Youth Club, everyone. So, isn't that sweet? How are you, Tom? Happy Valentine's Day to you too. We've been talking self-love tonight, looking after ourselves. Okay, I'm going to end on an empowering question. I'm trying to get the brain working, but no. That's okay. Sometimes the brain doesn't work and it doesn't want to work. We just need to mull out and watch a film or just do something to relax. Right, okay, so my empowering question that I have just randomly picked up is, am I living according to the expectations and dreams of others or of my own? How do I distinguish them from each other? That's a great question. I would like to think that I am living to the beat of my own drum. For many, many years, I lived to the expectations, very low expectations to be true, and dreams of others. I'd say I didn't have anyone put their dreams on me of what I should do. I always had my own dreams. I just didn't think I was capable of them. So, but definitely their expectations, definitely their low expectations. How did I break away from that? I think getting my education, and certainly sort of sociology, really helped me to realise how we're shaped through our education, through our newspapers, if we allow it, through other people's, through the history of our families. So, yeah, I suppose that's how I shook off that moulding. And as I sort of dipped my toe into the water of doing what I wanted to do, some people were shocked, some people thought I was crazy, some people bad-mouthed at me, but it was the best thing I ever did, and absolutely worth it. And now I'm not afraid of being out there, and it doesn't matter how grandiose my dreams seem. Certainly when I talk about the Happy Hub and that I want them nationally and I want Motivated Minds working globally, people sort of like but hey, that's That's my dreams, and I will make it happen. How do I distinguish them from one another? Definitely that education. Definitely that education, growing and allowing myself to grow as a person, and always being humble. Like, always knowing that, like, it's okay to be honest. Like, if I mess up, I will say I've fucked up. It's fine. Um, yeah. So I'm always grateful to others, whether their journey with me is for 5 minutes, whether it's an email, whether it's 5 years, whether it's 10 years, whatever. I'm just always really grateful, and I love seeing people smile. So if I can do one small thing of making someone smile, then the world is a great place. And I live in according to the expectations and dreams of others, or of my own. So, yes, Molly's joined us. This is the Molly. She's put my balloonies in the background. Woohoo! Yep, absolutely, Molly. And look, there's Tom. Tom's with us as well from Youth Club. Do you remember Tom? So, Tom always liked to cook at Youth Club. I love these empowering question cards. Right, I keep going off camera, sorry. There we go. So, any questions? Anything you want to chat about? Let me know. How are you, Tom? Have you enjoyed the snow this week? Molly, have you loved yourself this week? I've been asking everyone, okay? I asked them all as a big group, what are we doing to love ourselves? What self-care are we practicing? The lovely Lauren went shopping and got some bar stuff and some makeup and had a pamper. Tasha's had a pamper. Is that the no hated every bit of the cooking, Tom? So, what are we doing for our self-care? I've tried to love myself, but finding it hard. Been walking a lot. Walking's great. It is hard, Molly. It is really hard to love yourself. Especially when the world puts the weight on our shoulders. But Molly, you are an amazing young lady. I wish everyone that sat here watching this just could know you as much as I do, and they would definitely all be sending you some love right now, because you're an amazing person, and you'll find the love out there when the right person comes along. But in the meantime, we have to love ourselves, because we don't know our value unless we love ourselves. And if we don't know our value, we lower our standards. So set those standards high, love yourself, know your worth, and someone will come along one day and sweep you off your feet. Oh, no, the snow. Cooking is boring but soothing at the same time. I only started loving myself about a week ago, and only because I'm trying to force myself. Tom, that's amazing. You're a week in. I love that. What are you doing to start loving yourself? Last week I tasked everyone to write a list. Try 10 things that you love about yourself, or that you like about yourself, like your best attributes. And when we get asked that, quite often we go, oh, I can't think of anything. But if we asked our friends, they'd give us a big long list. So sometimes reach out to someone and go, why do you like me? What is it? and really listen. Really listen. Um, your mums and dads are generally a bit biased. It's great to hear if they can verbalise that. But sometimes, like, our friends are our friends because they choose us. So ask them why they like you. I could give you certainly a couple of reasons right now. You have got the most beaming smile, just an unforgettable smile. I remember the first time you come into youth club, and when you used to do the cooking, and you was always ever so helpful, and I really don't think those things have changed, and you're always very polite. So that's three things just straight off the top of my head, and I haven't seen you for a couple of years. I just think you're a remarkable young man, and I'm going to send you some love. Let me send you some love. There you go. Molly also says, love you millions. See, Molly is another one. Absolutely fabulous young lady. Got an amazing good job. Um, you've got so much potential in front of you. You've got the biggest heart of gold, Molly. You always have had. You're a very sensitive soul, and we love that. Yeah, you've got so much love to give. And I remember my nan saying that to me when I was probably about your age, Molly, about sort of 19, 18, 19. And it stuck with me. I've got a lot of love to give. And, like, you mustn't waste it on the wrong people. And now I've realised that it's not a partner that is the missing piece of me. Like, my missing piece was all of you. My missing piece was reaching into the world, exposing myself, just putting myself out there and going, this is me, like it or lump it. I struggle with my mental health. I picked myself up numerous times from fuck all, and this is what I've created. Oh, I've just lost the camera because I'm getting all passionate. And you either like me or love me, like me or hate me, and I'm lucky. I'm nerved. I'm nerved. So yeah, just be you and don't make apologies for it. Right, Lauren said, I once had to do that as part of some of my counselling. So ended up with, I think, 6, 7 letters from friends saying what they thought about me. Really helped at the time. I love that. Get a friend to write a letter. Why not? Tom's sending in the love. Thank you, Tom. Guys, you're all remarkable. Tom says, very nice to hear, very glad to have met you, bringing the best out in everyone. Oh, bless you. So, it is nice to hear though, isn't it? It's nice to receive little gifts or little thoughtful moments. Just the words, it is nice. And it's real because we're not in it for anything but to be kind to one another. So yeah. Molly says, I've been made out to be the bad person and I keep beating myself up about it. I'm not perfect, but he put all the blame on me. Molly, that's what bad people do, okay? Remember, good people always go, I fucked up. Yeah, and they own their shit. Bad people always project it onto the other person. Yeah, you have got a heart of gold, and no one's perfect. No one should ever even attempt to try and be perfect. What I would say is attempt to be transparent. That's how I've grown so much in the last 6 years, is my transparency. As I said, you either like me or you hate me, and I can't give a crap about the people that hate me. And there are people out there that hate me for they think that I've upset them, that I maybe haven't been there for them, that whatever their reasons that they hate me, I don't really know. I have an inkling, but that's their perception, yeah? I know that everything I have done has been with the best of intentions and with the goodness of my heart. So that's That's the sort of flow of where I go. How other people perceive that is up to them. Okay, I cannot I cannot control how they perceive me. I cannot control how they feel about me. I can only ever be me. And yeah, and you can only ever be you. Own that shit. Okay? I want everyone to own that shit. Don't make apologies for who you are if you know that you're coming from the best of intentions. Because if you own that, I believe it's like the karma effect. Like what you put out in the world will come back to you. I really, really wholeheartedly believe that. Whether you want to call it karma, whether you want to call it the secret, whether you want to call it Taoism, whatever name you want to put on it, I really believe that what you put out in the world will come back at you. And when it's anything negative, you've just got to let it go. You've got to let it evaporate, because if you put negative into the world, if you hold a negative energy, it will sit with you like a dark cloud over you. So, whereas I still get dark clouds, but they pass on by now, and a lot quicker than they ever used to. My PT always says that you should just be the best version of yourself. Absolutely, I like that. Lauren, I like your PT's thinking. That's all you can ever do, and don't make apologies for it. Yeah? How are we feeling? Are we feeling empowered? Because it's nearly been an hour. So we are nearing the end of Empower Hour. And it has, and it always is, a pleasure to be here and chat to you all. It really is. It's certainly the highlight of my week, of when when you guys surprise me. It's because it changes up each week of who comes in and joins, and to have our regulars, loyal regulars, always here, even if you don't comment. I know you're watching, because when we chat in the week, you go, "Oh, sorry, I just didn't want to say anything." That's okay. I still love you. And for our regular ones that all share, thank you for bearing your souls. And for those that have popped along tonight, like lovely Molly and Tom, I hope we see you soon. We are here every Sunday night, 8 o'clock, for Empower Hour. I appreciate you might well be missing your favourite shows on the other side, but I'm here, and I'm always here for you all. Molly says, we all love you, you're amazing. I'm just the best version of myself, Molly. I just wake up every day and I am truly bloody happy. And I'm truly bloody happy because I don't have to fake being anything else. Like, if I have, you've seen me ill, you've seen me when I've been struggling, you've seen me in tears. I'm just me. And when I'm just me, I don't have to carry any pretense. I haven't got any baggage of trying to hide. So just be you. It's okay to feel crap. This is my favourite show on a Sunday. Well, thank you, Lauren. I beat the Antiques Roadshow. Yes! I wonder if I'll ever get higher ratings than the Antique Roadshow. It'd be quite good, wouldn't it, if we could empower our millions. So I wouldn't be able to keep up with the chat, mind you. I'll be not. So yeah. Oh, actually, another wellness win of mine is Lauren and Lynn. Lynn's usually here on Empower Hour as well. She pops in every now and again. Are both doing a virtual marathon. So October the 3rd. So I'm wondering whether we combine what we used to do, our walking marathon, with our running marathon, and we all do it together. Okay, we'll do the 5k, 10k, half marathon options, but it would be rather awesome to do it all together. And I will say thank you to Lauren, because she's going to be raising money on behalf of your favourite mental health and wellbeing provider. Yes, you've got it, Motivated Minds. So if anyone would like to sponsor Lauren, then please do so. I'm sure in the weeks coming she'll be putting up links to her favourite mental health and wellbeing provider. Yeah, so that will be rather good. Now I get to breathe. I'm going to chill out. I can't chill out on anything like the sofa or like my pillows. I have to put towels down because for the first couple of days the pink goes everywhere. But you can be sure that in about 1 minute I will be feet up and watching a film. So from me, good night. Thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to hearing from you in the week if that's possible, and if not, here next Sunday at 8 o'clock for your Empower Hour. Love to you all. Happy Valentine's Day, and remember, it's all about self-love.